Hello, this is Dom from Black Toad Studios and welcome to episode 48 of the 83rd Warhost reinforcements. For those who haven't watched this series before, this series documents a slow and gradual growth of my word bearer force, which will one day be an absolutely epic force. Each episode I will take a unit, go off and paint it and show it in the next episode, and then so on and so forth. So in the last episode, I picked up the 5 Chaos Space Marines. I thought they would be nice and straightforward to do. Unfortunately though, I got a little bit sidetracked and I decided not to paint the 5 Chaos Space Marines and in fact paint something a bit more impressive, I think, and a bit more useful on the battlefield than 5 Chaos Space Marines. This was given to me by Tom on the channel. Thank you very much, Tom, if you're watching this. It's a very nice addition to the army and I'm very proud how it's turned out. I don't want to give too much away, although I probably have posted some pictures on Instagram already, as I was very proud of it. So something I'm just going to cover briefly on this vlog. At the moment, Chaos Space Marines, we are awaiting our Codex. I had anticipated, as you may have seen in the last Apocalypse game, that we would have been given 2 wounds each for our Heretic Astartes units, similar to the Loyalist Marines. Unfortunately, we are still waiting, and I'm a little bit annoyed by it, to be honest, because I really had hoped we'd be up to speed. So at the moment, this is the reason you're not seeing many Chaos Space Marine battle reports from us at the moment, because against the Loyalists, we're going to struggle, unfortunately. So we're going to wait and see what happens with Death Guard. I think if Death Guard Codex comes out, there will then be an FAQ following for Chaos Space Marines, Thousand Suns, etc. Fingers crossed, people. What are your thoughts on the FAQs so far? Do you think Chaos Space Marines should have had 2 wounds in the last FAQ? If not, put a reason below. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's have a look at my new unit. Exciting! So here we are, here we've got the final product. It wasn't 5 Chaos Space Marines that I first intended, as always, all good intentions, etc. We have the Leviathan Dreadnought. So I've armed this Leviathan, which was very kindly gifted to me by Tom, with both the melee weapons and hull-mounted heavy flamers there. This has been an absolute pleasure to make. I haven't made one before, and I kind of wanted a bit more of a dynamic pose, because quite often they're just quite static. So I've given this guy almost like an Iron Man-esque pose here. So he's like pointing one fist out there, which has got a bit of blood on there. I had a bit of blood, but the blood got on there. And the other one there, getting ready to mint some vehicles. So potentially I would be using this guy in strategic reserve as a major threat that would come on. I think he's just over 300 points at the moment, so we'll see what Forge will do with his points. And yeah, he's a big threat. He would be coming on. So a little couple of bits I've put in here. So at the back here, you'll see a Zinch flame going there. Not necessarily Zinch, but I got that from the Rubric Marine kit there. That's kind of been saved over. Over on the right shoulder pad, we've got a Defiler head, which is kind of represented the word bearer symbol there. So it's got a black shoulder pad as well, going back to like the 30k aspect. Lots of spikes here, which I've taken from the Chaos Vehicle upgrade kit that I've had lying around. Back on the right hand knee, or sorry, on the left hand knee, sorry, you'll see a small black Templar symbol. So this was captured in the recent Apocalypse game. The narrative is from the wrecked Black Templar Leviathan. He's been repaired and brought back into service under the word bearers, and that is a bit of a symbol of taunting towards the ex-owners. So once Black Templars now worships the word here. On the back here, got some nice blue cables that I've put in. There we go. Lots of weathering's gone on with this guy. And like I said, such an awesome kit. These cables were a bit of a pain to get in position. Had to use a lot of hot water and slowly mold them into the right shape there, but I think it turned out quite nicely there. On the stand, on the base, sorry, we've got the part from the Chaos Terminator kit. Originally that was going to be a stone colour, however my grey had run dry, so it's gone more of a sandstony colour, which actually in retrospect I quite like. We've got some barbed wire there as well. We got a flailing skull from the, I believe that's from the Plague Marine kit there. I can't remember, I've got so many bits. We've got a scar going on the face. Just a nice bit of aesthetics there, just to add a bit of battle-worn damage. And as you can see, it's got quite damaged as it is. A few holes there in the carapace, well, kind of dents. And yes, I'm really pleased how this has turned out. So proud. But yeah, this is my Leviathan. Like I said, narrative is that he has been, the original armor has been taken from the Templars, modified, and turned to the Chaos powers against the False Emperor. But yeah, very happy how he's turned out. I was also looking at some Contemptor Dreadnoughts to go with him. But yeah, we'll see. I've got some other projects I'm working on, which we'll go on into a moment, what I'll be working on next. Right, so you've seen it, the Leviathan Dreadnought. Wow, I really enjoyed that model, and I'm quite glad I've gone with something a little bit out of the norm, out of the meta, taking 2 combat weapons. It's a little bit boring seeing the same loadout all the time, and I really think 2 combat weapons is worth its own weight. So it's looking for a name. If you guys can think of a name, please put it below. Like I said, the origins of this particular unit go back to the last Apocalypse game. Templars had a Leviathan on the board. It was then destroyed by the great Scarbrand of Khorne. The word bearers after the battle sent salvaging forces in to retrieve parts of the armour and reconstructed this beast. So if you can give a name, please put it below. Yeah, that is my Leviathan. So as I stated in that little clip there, I'm going to be moving on to some other projects. So I will be moving on to the Codex Dynasty, which are my Necrons. I also have a Conquest Force, which I will probably be documenting as well. So they will be the ones I will be actively working on. However, I will still be doing word bearer units. This just means the 83rd reinforcement videos are going to be a bit more infrequent. I still have the 5 Chaos Space Marines I originally planned to work on, so they are still on the paint station and they will be worked on over time, and we will see what happens at Christmas. Hopefully someone will buy me some Chaos stuff, but yes, that is it. So if you haven't already, go and check out the Codex Dynasty videos. There will be one at some point for the sisters, although that may just go straight on Instagram. If you haven't already, join our Discord channel. We put a link up every Tuesday during the live stream, which is another thing. If you haven't seen that already, please come along and watch us on a Tuesday night. We will do some hobby, some chat, and just have a bit of fun really. It'd be great to see you guys. So until then, this is Dom from Black Toe Studios. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Take care.